Why this program works for infertility. Infertility is a condition that I am extremely passionate about. I would love to devote my entire practice to this. I never will, but I would love to, because I think that everyone deserves to make the choice of whether or not they have children or not, and not have that choice made for them. And in the 18 years that I've done this, I've helped many women get pregnant who couldn't before. And am really sad every time I hear of a woman struggling to get pregnant who can't, who doesn't know about this program. The reason this program works for infertility are because in order to get pregnant, there needs to be a certain balance of hormones in your body. One of the jobs of your gut bacterial environment, which this program is healing with bowel strength or probiotics like unique healing probiotics, one of the jobs of that gut bacteria is to regulate your hormone levels. That's important for ovulation. It's important for the production of healthy eggs. It's important for keeping your periods regular. When your periods are regular, like mine were when I was having my children, they were every 28 days. I knew that I was fertile on day 14, and indeed I got pregnant on 2 tries with 2 children. It's much easier to get pregnant when you have regular, consistent periods, and you know when you're fertile, and healthy hormones help that to happen. Once that egg is fertilized, we also need healthy hormone levels, especially a high level of progesterone, to keep that egg growing. That again is one of the jobs of the gut bacteria, to regulate those progesterone levels and make sure that they're healthy and strong. This program helps with infertility because it also heals your body. In here, healing the body means reducing the acidity in the organs as well as reducing the acidity that's in the blood. So the analogy I always use is that even if the egg is fertilized and the hormones are normal, that fertilized egg or that little new baby wants to live in a healthy house. It doesn't want to live in a house full of trash or toxicity, acidity. It needs oxygen, blood flow, nutrients, all of which are not present or are very lowered in a very toxic body. So in this program, we are also reducing the acidity in the organs, but also in the blood, so that there's sufficient oxygenation, blood flow, nutrition going to that newly fertilized egg so that it sticks around, if you will. In fact, in the 18 years I've done this, I have consistently found that if someone gets pregnant and in that first trimester their stools are a little on the soft, loose, or frequent side, which by now I hope you know means that there's a lot of uneliminated acidity, there's a lot in the blood, making for a dirty house that the baby says no thank you, or reducing the blood and oxygen, that those are the clients who miscarry or have the greatest chance of miscarrying. So again, by healing the bowel and body, we're creating the hormones needed to get pregnant, to stay pregnant, and we're creating the environment, that chemical soup, if you will, that's necessary for that baby to grow healthfully inside you as well. 2 things to say about infertility. Number 1, if you've got 1 or 2 or 3 years before you want to start a family, then you can start this program and just focus on healing your bowel and body, and the chance that you'll get pregnant very quickly is extremely high. I see it happen to clients all the time who I've been working with who decide it's time to start a family, and within 1 or 2 months they get pregnant. That happens all the time. The second situation is if you are right now looking to start a family, it will take time to heal your bowel and body. So there are some crutches you can use. These are described in chapter 10 of my book, This Works, Crutches Don't. Natural progesterone cream is great for balancing the hormones, and this body bentonite is great for reducing the acidity in the blood. The only warning I have for you is that there is a slight risk of doing that. In other words, normally if you use a crutch, say the bentonite to reduce your headaches, and you forget it for a few days and the headaches come back, oh well, so you have headaches and that's not fun. But if you're going to get pregnant using the progesterone and bentonite crutches, you can't forget them. you would need to take them every day, because you're going to be relying on those to keep things in balance. And if you forget them, things could go out of balance, and again, you could maybe lose the baby, or the baby could, you have some difficulty with the birth or what have you. If you are looking to get pregnant right away, it's probably best that you consult with me, and you can find information about that on my website at uniquehealing.com under the new client information. Last but not least, infertility testing. Here's what I do have to say to you about this. All of you who have read my book and worked with me, hopefully you know by now that your unhealthy bowel bacterial environment is something you mostly inherited from your mother. So if that's unhealthy and weak, it's primarily because your mother's was too. So if you are going to do some infertility treatments, the problem there is that my knowledge and experience is every single woman who has problems getting pregnant has an unhealthy bowel. So it's like the infertility treatments are like these massive crutches, and you're allowing this unhealthy body to get pregnant, but that leaves you vulnerable to passing on a really unhealthy bowel bacterial environment to your child. So in nature, the healthy reproduce. There is a huge advantage to your child if you use this program, Heal Your Bowel and Body, while you're trying to get pregnant, even if you're going to use the natural progesterone and bentonite crutches, so that when you have a child, hopefully they are not given the weak gut environment that you had at birth. And really nowadays, kids that are being born have the worst gut environments I've ever seen in the 18 years that I've done this. Those things are leading to asthma, autism, ADD, early childhood cancer, and just horrific situations. So I understand if you've done infertility methods, if you're watching this, and if you still want to do it. Worst case scenario, while you're pregnant, contact me. Let's talk about what you can do to take advantage of the 9 months before you conceive to help you, more importantly, to help this new child of yours. And that's not just going to help your child, but the birth and the delivery, and all of that as well. So I hope that helps. I find nothing more joyous than working with clients and helping them get pregnant and seeing them go through wonderful, easy pregnancies and giving birth naturally and having healthy babies. It's definitely the most fulfilling part of my job.